What is up, risk takers? Welcome to the Kill Pete strategy. I am Pete. I am a top player in Risk Global Domination, a daily show on YouTube. I do weekday streams on Twitch, and if you are interested in getting better at the game of Risk, I invite you to subscribe to the channels and come along the ride with me. We're playing our negotiation game. Europe advanced fixed capitals with no blizzards, no fog, no portals. Yes, alliances and true random dice. With a neutral bot, because players should never be able to disconnect and still earn points. I'm going to pick Greece here. This seems like an obvious Greece starts because you have a 3, take it. I think because everyone else is going to see me with an obvious Greece start. Hopefully we don't see anyone behind us. But, with that concentration of blue material, it would not shock me if I see a Jordan or an Arabia cap, which would just be awful. But blue doesn't really have any good spots. Yeah, that makes sense for green. And purple goes Cadiz. Yep. Okay. Where does red go? Russia. I hope blue doesn't go behind me here. Caps matter a ton. Yeah, red goes Russia. Where does blue go? On the 3? Sucks to go last, especially when you have no... He gets unlucky in the grouping. He gets unlucky in the turn order. Yeah. What happened, Carrie Pittis? All right, I'm happier with that. Sardinia's fine. So nobody's to the bottom right of me. And noob corner takes noob. Yep. You just heard the call. Magenta heard the call and they can't resist. Sure. Return to cap with a 7. Actually leave a troop there? No. Return to cap with a 7. Sure. So I would hope that green steps in off the 2. He's going to leave the 2 in my bonus? Yep. Yep. I'll accept. But now he forces me to hit a 2. So this was not a friendly play. Forcing me to hit a 2 is unfriendly. So the ally up, this is actually kind of like higher level psychology shit. So the ally up there is the right thing to do if you're green. I'm never going to trust him for the whole game. I'm never going to trust this guy because he could have done this differently. He could have added to the 2 and used it to attack, and then there wouldn't be a 2 in the bonus I'm obviously going to take. So he's forcing me to hit a 2. Now, if he's forcing me to hit a 2 because he's not good enough to realize he's forcing me to hit a 2, that's a problem. See how it cost me 2 troops? That's a problem. Because now I have a neighbor who I don't know if I can trust. If he's forcing me to hit a 2 because he knows that he's forcing me to hit a 2, that's a problem. So either way, I've accepted the alliance request with green, but I do not trust green, and I don't think I will. Red taking a very aggressive line on Russia. Gets okay dice. Doesn't have enough troops on his cap. Probably isn't going to be punished. This is fine. I mean, we hold a +4. And blue should take their own. A lot of people taking bonuses turn 1. Yeah, blue should take their own. Good. This is fine. I'll lock my cap off now. Come down on this line. Fort the 2 to cap. Make it a 7. Everyone's being good so far. We don't see any breaks on the first turn. Turn 2. Magenta's Iceland. They're going to take Great Britain. I'll risk their capital stack. Smart. Lose everything. Oh no. Bad luck for you. It's a card. Okay. Green takes France. No, green takes Germany. At least they don't break me. Yeah, green is good. Just based on all that splitting. So that wasn't intentional too. Okay, so now we know green isn't trustworthy. And they stack on my border. Okay, yeah, now we know green isn't trustworthy. But they're skillful. That's good. They intentionally left that 2 in Romania to try and cost me troops. Not something an ally would do. Okay. I don't have to move too quickly. I don't want to scare anybody. It's important we see who we can talk to at this point. Blue moves into France. He exhausts his material in Orient. Good. I should be able to get Orient. Depending on if red is a human being. I'm actually worried about red not being a human being. A reasonably good turn for blue. All right, and let's see if magenta continues to get fucked by the dice. Yeah, that was nice of him. He wants me to have a border with the red. That makes sense. All right, so magenta's delayed a turn from being in the first seat, so they're not at a massive... They don't fort troops off your capital, sir. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. No one was breaking you anyways. And green takes a +5 on the second turn. So green's going to be on +9. I'm only going to be on +7. Breaking me. Yep. Green is scary big. Pulls off. Yeah. To cap. Okay. And purple. Purple do. France. Blue's kind of pinned in. This is fine if all he wants is Africa. Yeah, this is fine. He didn't accept the alliance request, though, so we don't actually know. Okay, it leaves me on 15 is nice, too. Gives me a chance to earn. Sort of claims Orient. My 2s. I don't need to defend against green if green breaks out of the captain punch. Oh, great! Red is worrying about the other line. That's really good. Red's going to be at war with magenta. Cool. All right, this board is claimed quickly. Everyone is being good neighbor with each other, but that can't last. Yeah, threatens magenta's cap as well. So we offered to purple, we offered to red. Neither of them accepted. Usually a tell that they're bad. Could be teamers, maybe? Maybe magenta and red are the same guy. That also makes me sus. I always recommend you accept alliance requests. I really harp on about this point. People who don't require, like okay, so I have a read on the type of player green is, right? Green is good. They use the alliances. They use the alliances opportunistically. They play opportunistically. I like that. I can predict that. I can also communicate with him. These guys, we just don't know. Simply, we just don't know. And not knowing is often more dangerous. Not knowing it's just safer for you to make the default to deal with that guy first. Yeah, this is really good for green. It's really good for red. I'm in an okay way too. The questions are, is purple going to let me hold my shit? Both mine and purple's caps are locked. That's a downside of my capital. I won't really be able to interact with the board politically. Green has a lot of off-cap troops. Yeah. So purple's going to take Africa here. So purple's going to be on +10. Don't think we see them break, but they might. Good work taking it quickly. 7 goes to cap. Accepts here. Clever. I like that. Accepting there is good. The only person I can't talk to is red. Ooh, losing 5 on a 2. All right. So we will be on +6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Red cap is open. And red starts with 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. You just hold on a strong cap. Surprised they don't go to aggressive to magenta here. This would be the moment you kind of take magenta out of contention. But whatever. I don't want to be the guy to do it, so easy for me to say. Yeah, we're going to finish Orient. We're going to start cap stacking. We don't stack against red, though, because stacking against red is stupid, considering his cap has 20 troops on it. Oh, okay. Magenta putting troops there is fun. I'm not going to be the bad guy. Maybe we get cards up here? I don't think he breaks me. Yeah, maybe we get cards up here for a while. Okay. It looks like I actually will be one of the halves on this board. I'll be generating the most, which is always how I like to play it. Green's on 9, purple's on 10. Magenta's on 10. Sorry, red's on 10, magenta's on 5. Magenta's the weakest. I'm going to be on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah. No sad either, so we look weaker than we are. I have to match these, which I don't love. But if he doesn't add next turn, maybe I won't, and I'll just stack on Romania. I don't think purple's breaking me. And I can't guard against red's line because red has a capital, right? So there will be no way I protect myself against that shit. Just put all of our troops on capital. We've made our position now. This is a good position. We haven't set yet. I don't know where this game goes from here, though, because everyone's sort of respecting each other's borders. 6-player stalemate we've never seen on the negotiation game. This is the end of the season. So I was expecting more crazy behavior, but maybe what we're seeing is a bunch of people playing tight, trying to preserve their rank. Which is unfortunate for me. It's my 2. No, preserves my 2. Yeah, I think getting magenta out of that piece of the board does risk locking us for cards. But would incentivize some action, I think. How many troops does magenta put out there, too? This is the other thing. If you're in magenta's position, you're fucking shit scared. Right? You're the weakest player. And pops the 8. Where? Excellent. We see our first break. And it's not surprising that it comes from the guy in the noob corner. And they're going to break me as well? No. No. Try to break Russian, fail. Magenta's dice have been shit. Now, ideally, everyone else waits out that war. I wonder if purple adds here. I have to keep checking, right? But the benefit is that I only have to guard one position while they have to guard 2. If I was purple in this situation, I don't add to those 3s anymore because I don't want to encourage white to add to theirs, right? Me as white, I have a much better guard having the single territory, right? It's twice as efficient. He's trying to guard on multiple fronts when he should, at some point start to just guard with trust. Trust guarding is how I default. If someone's inevitably going to break you anyways, why also lose the stack? Say. So when they break you, then you know what type of person they are. Yeah? Where does that go? That doesn't go anywhere, right? Dude straight. My least offensive card. Put troops on my capital. We have the largest capital on the board. Generating the most. My Romania stack is the active stack. So I'm going to add like 10-ish troops a turn to it so I can pivot attacks. I don't want to threaten red. But Romania is versatile, right? It goes into green, into blue, into magenta, into red. Right, so guarding on my capital, which is locked, is kind of begging myself to get eventually broken. I like what red does. Red puts magenta on the other side of the board. So purple and blue, probably green, are going to be trading in France. Magenta's going to get lowest because they capped in Scotland, which is dumb. Don't do it. I always recommend not capping in Iceland or Iceland-adjacent territories. Would you like me to spell this out? That's this, 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 this. And of course, there's an exception to every rule, and it's not a hard rule, but just a useful guideline if you want to win more games of Europe Advanced. It's bad for the negotiation game. It's bad for the meta settings. All right. Green's chance to make a move is kind of done. Sets. Do I want to block red up there? Ensure cards. Maybe. 19. Let's see if that... Yeah, red's still busy. Red isn't worried about claiming the +8 yet. Okay, he's going to stack on magenta. Yeah, magenta can just roll that. If I'm red here, I almost stack there. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Magenta's broke you, so you have to kind of address. Blue's chilling in Italy, purple's chilling in Spain, and a little bit of France. Don't think purple gets another Bono. Am I getting... 22. 22 is really nice. And where? No, magenta doesn't sue out yet. All right, we are in a full 6-player stalemate. You almost never see this on the show. Everyone's alive. Borders are mostly being respected. The board is organized. Blue's in a single position. Magenta's in a single position. So in order to get these guys dead, we're going to have to team on them effectively. I'm not seeing any alliance communication happening, so nobody's asking me to do anything. Purple is actually completely locked. They're happy with their 18 a turn. I would be. I'm trying to involve myself in the board just a little bit more. Green doesn't know what to do. I don't know what I would do as green. Maybe I'd have a bigger capital, though. Uh-huh. All right. 19 for purple. Most on cap. Yeah, I mean, good for you. This makes a lot of sense. When shit hits the fan, you're going to want most of your troops on your cap anyways. We'll leave the 20 out just so it can take cards. Red still hasn't accepted the alliance request either. I'm fine with both of us not owning this bonus and taking cards in it. I'm not fine with him having it. But then again, if he tries to push me out, what do I do? It's purple, right? Yeah. All right. Yeah. Ooh, he retreats. That's very nice of him. Letting me have it. Would green? Yeah, green would. But then red doesn't have cards. So I think it's smarter to not be greedy here, even though my instinct is always to be super greedy. I don't think I take that +8 at all. And I don't think red backs off this 18. So fair is fair, right? I think red's going to have a 3-point guard. I'm going to have most of it. But I'm already generating the most. Right? So trying to push my luck past this point is asking for trouble. Magenta can knock it out of the situation we're in. We might see Magenta explode in glorious fashion when they lose patience. Which could be whatever. If green starts taking cards in the +8, I'll be happy. Blue, purple, and magenta can trade in France, and me, green, and red trade in the +8. He does not do that. So it will come down ultimately to a trading relationship between me and red, where red is the only player I can't talk to. Purple sets gets the 8. Okay. World War I shit, folks. This is the part of the world where Western Front, World War I, lots of violence. We're trying to take France now? Certainly not, right? You realize you're card blocking 3 players by doing that. Yeah. I'm just going to put like kind of turn out in the position. Keep the bulk on my capital. Red stacking their own cap does make some amount of sense. I'm expecting a betrayal from red. Whenever it happens. I would assume that they dislike magenta more. That's a lot of off-cap stacks. Yeah, that's fine. Great. Thank you. I don't want to open this. I don't want to open activate their 20 again. Yeah, purple was definitely not holding that. So I have advantage. I am the strongest player. So my job right now is to chill, unfortunately. Build up my strength. Such that the ratio between me and other people gets wide enough that I can deal with them. If someone comes at me, obviously I reciprocate. If 2 people come at me, I have to turtle up. But right now, I'm pretty much where I want to be. I like this, right? Usually when I feel this way, though, when the tide starts to shift. We'll see. Now, green has a lot of off-cap troops. I'm guarding more with threats. Yeah, purple can trade in Normandy as well. Don't know what there is to think about. Great. Yeah, so I'm just going to take 10 troops a turn. Add them to that stack. Everything else goes to capital. I really don't want to antagonize or threaten anyone. Red getting 17 should be happy. If I'm red, I'm considering pressuring the magenta cap to take them out of the game. But what red is doing by trading with me is fine. Still a little concerned that they haven't allied up. Is the problem. The 40 reciprocates nicely if they come at me for whatever reason. Or maybe red just quits out. Looks like what's going to happen. In which case, I'll take the +8 quickly. Green laughs. All right, 10 minutes on the clock for red. We'll miss you. Purple blocking Normandy with the 4 is a bit dumber. So now they're, as I said, right, they're keeping 2, maybe 3 people off cards. Shouldn't reasonably expect that to hold. And blue is now pitted against the decision to break their neighbor. He did it last turn when it was a 1. Purple's checking. It's kind of like it's a raise here. It's like, will you break a 4 for a card? You want to insist on cards, or do you want to just not take cards? It's fixed. Doesn't matter a ton. No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Oh, he wants to get to red's capital. Okay. He suicides. That's fine. I accept your suicide, sir. Okay. How can I pay this off? Not sure what blue was thinking there. Does magenta steal the blue cap in Sardinia? No, green will. If green doesn't, purple will. I get this region behind me, though. I think. Green should take blue's cap out of Sardinia. Immediately. Blue's going to get lower than red from that play. That play was dumb and it made no sense. I'm actually surprised magenta didn't take the Sardinia cap, right? That would have been a good play for magenta. Come down through blue. I'll be shocked if blue gets another turn. Well, he will. He'll get a turn in Alps, but and then we fort to Sardinia. Yeah, well played. Okay. And purple just retakes their bonus, right? I'm getting my shit back. You should realize this is purple. I'm getting my shit back. Yeah, well played. All right, and we'll see you later. Blue. I'm not sure what blue was going for there, but suffice to say, that's an oopsie doopsie daisy. Doy. All right, that was a very stupid play, and he's dead. He gets lowest. What the fuck, Blue? Why? But why? Okay, now I very slowly and patiently expand into Russia. Just getting those extra territories will allow me to generate a few extra troops without actually having to hit the 20s. And green's happy, right? Green gets a +4 out of the deal. I'm better off than I was before. Okay, purple guards against the green capital. Okay, I definitely don't add to the 6 then. If purple trusts me. They have a troop lead, but I have way better generation. Taking out in the east. Slowly. I'm going a bit negative on my cards for a while. Magenta has a low match. That's their capital. Their capital's nice and protected by the red 32. France. Heat is getting away with murder. I'm sure everyone is starting to feel that pressure. I need the ratio to expand. Green thinks a lot. Thinking about how to deal with me. Guard against me. Put troops on their capital. Yeah. Purple continuing to stack the green cap I like. Purple wants me to hit him? What? That green. I will. Red bots. I'm down. Look, I have a 65 stack pressuring him, so I'm down to work with you, Purple. We are the 2 strongest players. We should be the ones cleaning this board. That's why I'm not stacking on the 6. Right? I don't want to pressure Purple. Magenta stays in his hole. Green has benefited their position, though. They're getting 21 a turn. I'm wondering if I take the +8 here. And if I do, what happens? Does green try to address? Does purple try to address? I think I go slower. I want the ratio. I want like 100 troops on purple before I change the ratio. Just make it look like I'm taking cheap cards. Ooh, that's expensive. Why would you do that? Okay, that was an error. That was a bad play for green. He's trying to claim the +3? That was a terrible. Ooh, he's trying to open magenta to hit me. Maybe no, can't even really go into me. That he only goes into him. That's an almost terrible play in every possible way. I like it goes. It more likely goes into him than it goes into me. Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Okay, okay. Purple went for the cap steal. Forts the 73 to it. Okay. Now I can take the +8. $245. Purple just committed a lot to green. The ratio is very nice. I don't have 100 troops on purple, but I'm close. Magenta can't really hit me. I think purple's better than green. Magenta quits here? 10 minutes on the clock again? The top 3? Okay. Magenta quits here. Sure. Green retaliate on purple. No, green takes a +3. Very expensive. Incredibly expensive. Maybe green thinks that red has to die? That's an incredibly expensive play. All right. And now purple is impunity to keep pushing. Unless he flips on me. Unless he's pissed that I didn't back him more. All right. He's pissed I didn't back him more. Now I'll sit in your bonus. Can't go further than that without opening a capital. Magenta returns. I'm asking green if he wants to work on purple with me. Open the 62, isn't he? Hit it. Doesn't hit it, opens it. Yeah. Okay. Green's an opportunist. As am I. Fuck you, purple. Purple has any hope of not getting lowest, they need to stop hitting me. Everyone else is respecting my strength. Purple's now weakest. Forgiveness gives them higher than the bottom placement, but I'm going to guess that they don't stop. My gut tells me they don't stop. Here we go. 62. Punchy time. Yeah. This is fine. Magenta's advancing their position finally. I'm surprised, man. Magenta was able to get a higher position than purple. So smacking that 60-something stack was me using my advantage, right? I'm not all about just holding board. Green now opens the 62 to Sue into me. Yeah, this is smart by Green. It looks like he's backing me, but he isn't. He's opening the 62 to Sue into me. Purple has already accepted their fate now as fourth. So they went from second to fourth. We watched them downgrade that position by not continuing to work with me, right? They thought I betrayed them by not immediately attacking green. Now, immediately attacking green was a decision I didn't make because, A, Magenta still exists in the game, and B, I wanted to see this type of betrayal, right? This stupid type of betrayal. Yeah, he can't bear to witness his own fucking stupidity. Here we go. 67 goes whah. 67 goes whah. And not return to capital. And whah. Very nice. Okay. Uh-huh. Good game. So now I have the entire bottom of the map almost cap locked. Look at that. Cap, 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 stack. I hold the bottom forever. Someone might get in here. Everyone else is chilling, waiting for the aftermath. I like that. I probably get teamed on by green and magenta, though, once purple's dead. How do I avoid that? Could ask green if he wants to work with magenta. Or work with me against magenta. Yeah, now what do you do, purple? Other than cry. He's crying. He's going, I attacked the strongest player and he addressed me properly. Yup. Don't attack the strongest player if you're not prepared to deal with the whah. Goodbye. Smell you later. Doesn't even have the fucking courtesy to suicide out on his way. Ladies and gentlemen, look at this board. It's going to be hard for these guys to team on. No? Nothing? These guys are asking. These guys are trying to work together against me, huh? Okay. Cool. This is a really good board. Can't leave enough out. Don't want that 95. Even if the 95 gets in. Yeah, magenta immediately breaks green. Perfect. Rats on a sinking ship. This game now ends. Thank you. Rats on a sinking ship. I've almost doubled their troop count. I'm also just going to work with new troops because I'm never going to lose the bottom. What's a 42 out? I don't actually care who gets higher or lower here. I would favor green, I think, but for that 2 on turn 1. So that might actually come back around. Not rolling down a 2. Might give you 3rd here. Green wants to wait for purple to actually go offline. Problem with this is it delays the end of the game. Skips a card? It's just too good of a board for me. And green could be trying to negotiate. He could be trying to say, hey, magenta and give me second sort of thing, but he's not. So my read on green, he's not a master. Green might be expert max. Purple was also good. Like, purple was good. They just made a bad decision. Come at me, right? And I get why. Purple was like, well, he didn't back me when I told him to hit green. But I was down to back you. I just wasn't going to break you. I wanted you to take the fucking hit. Now these guys are just fucking chilling. Okay, so Q&A question? Folks, I love answering questions, just so you know. If it wasn't obvious from the fact that I do it all the time, I love answering questions. And if you have a question for me and you want to get it on the show, please, by all means, throw it up in the Kill Pete Strategy Discord Q&A thread, and they will be answered in priority sequence. Our next question is from K2. Hey Pete, I have a question regarding the Europe advanced meta settings. I got all the way up to master playing these settings, but a huge gap in my game is the ability to win or close out 1v1s. Any advice? Yes. I have lots of advice. Theory for 1v1 goes like this. You want your opponent to generate the least possible amount of troops. How do they generate troops? Well, the reinforcement rule and risk is count the number of territories you control, divide by 3, round down. You can never get less than 3. Okay. So the way that works in practice is if you have 11 or less, you get 3. 12, 13, 14, you get 4. 15, 16, 17, you get 5. 16, 18, 19, 20, you get 6, and so on. That was a more expensive line than you needed to take. Okay. So you want to reduce your opponent's total number of territories down in multiples of 3 so they don't get any extra troops. Number 2. Actually, that's number 2. Number 1 is break their bonuses so they don't get any bonus troops. Okay. Most important thing in a 1v1, break your opponent's bonuses. Second most important thing, take territories in multiples of 3 so they don't get extra troops. Number 3, take territories of your own and bonuses of your own such that you generate extra troops. Do all of these things. However, your question is not just that. Your question is also about Europe. And the Europe map, the meta settings, you also want to worry about the prog cards. So oftentimes the board is worth not as much as what the sets end up being worth in the late game. So if you're in a late game 1v1, hold on, let me just smack the shit out of this guy. So if you're in a late game 1v1, what you want to do is you want to try card blocking. And I have a lot of theory on card blocking in the show, but my recommendation for you is if you're struggling to win or close out 1v1s, if you're struggling because of speed, you're on mobile, play 90-second turn timers, play 120-second turn timers. If you're struggling because of strategy, check out the longer videos on the meta settings playlist. So I have something ridiculous, like 450 games or something amazing, of the risk meta settings on a playlist. They're all compiled in order, and 452 as of time of recording. Meta settings playlist. Check it out. Sort by runtime. So oftentimes you'll see some of the games that go longer will have a 1v1 at the end, and that's the sort of thing you want to check out specifically to level up your 1v1 game. Thank you for asking, sir. Okay. If green is hoping that they can get into a fair 1v1, they cannot. So I'm going to ask him to hit magenta. I'm going to open the line. Make it go quick, please. Mm-hmm. There's really no reason for me to let you have extra troops. I give an open line. If you hit the 59, we'll just end this game faster. You're already taking second green. You bomb it right into magenta, this game ends in 2 turns. So what, you're hoping magenta comes back? I don't even care. I'm so far ahead at this point. There's really nothing that I have to worry about. Nice orderly second place. Yep. What? I'm gonna have a higher place with the guy who fucking bought it. Come on. What do I look like, an asshole? Sometimes I do, but only when people really piss me off, man. Only when people really piss me off. Green has a guaranteed second by killing magenta. Would like to hold out some kind of hope. Okay, so maybe Green thought that cap also needed to be. Not my 69, no! Step off? Oh. Oh, shit! Green didn't want a quick second. He wanted to fight a bit. Yeah, he wanted to, ooh! I was going to say, he wanted to click a bit. Enjoy your clicking, sir. Good game. Yeah, Green could be good. I don't know. They're not fast. They got some mechanics. You're starting out. You're doing good, I think. I think Green could be an expert. Let's see. Maybe Master? I don't think so. Green's a Master. Let's go, Prentice. Let's go. So if you see this, I want you to know that I knew exactly what you were doing with that 2 turn 1. And Generally speaking, I really like how you played this game. I play very similarly. And I hope some of my feedback and some of my thoughts were constructive. Defeating 2 novices, 1 beginner, Blue. Blue, who farted himself straight to lowest, is a master. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Hope you found some of it fun and entertaining, maybe even a little bit educational and informative. If you are interested in getting better at the game of Risk, I invite you to subscribe to the channels and come along the ride with me. I have a daily show on YouTube. I do weekday streams on Twitch. I love you. I appreciate you. Shout out to all my homies who like the video, ladies and gentlemen. For all of you on the path to world domination, good games and good luck.